Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing extremely well. I'm Marni Blythe, and I'm so excited that you are here and tuning in. Hopefully, everybody is having a really great day wherever you are at in the world. I'm just going to give this a moment and make sure that we are broadcasting live in the Facebook group, and it looks like we are. I've gone ahead and made a little bit of a switch from using StreamYard back to Zoom because I just find it's really simple and really easy. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I am so excited to bring you this training. It's very, very exciting. So I want you to stop what you're doing right now. And we are going to use Google Spreadsheets today to talk about how you're tracking your metrics and performance. And this right here is the key to you doubling, tripling, or even quadrupling your income, because you guys, what gets measured gets done. So if you're tuning in, go ahead and say hi and let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to personally welcome you. Tell us a little bit about you, a little bit about your business. And if you are watching it on the replay, would love for you to say hashtag replay. Hi, Jody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, Tammy. If you guys are just coming on, just say hi and where you're coming in from. Would love to connect with you. Would love to know what your business is and how you're doing today. So just go ahead. We've got a couple people. I'm just going to go ahead and give everybody just a moment to connect in. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, we do everything live with our clients on Google Spreadsheets. You know, it's interesting because oftentimes I have clients who talk to me and they feel intimidated by doing work on Google Spreadsheets. It's really interesting. Like I was doing, oh, thank you, Jody. I got it from a great boutique called Bless Your Heart right here in Holly Springs. Maybe you know of it, everybody. Yeah, that's Jody's boutique. So yeah, I was working with a client last week and we were literally doing like her 10-year broken out projections and then pulling it back to the 3 years and then the 1 year and then into her 90-day goals. And I was literally sitting there doing it live with her during one of our Power Profit sessions. And she said to me, oh my God, this was actually the second client last week who said it to me. And she was like, how do you do this? How do you not get nervous? And I'm like, well, literally we do this all day. The funny thing is, you guys, is in high school, in middle school, I was terrible at math, right? So just because you're not good at math does not mean that you can't be great at making money and doing awesome spreadsheets. So I'm just going to say that it was always something that was kind of an Achilles heel for me. And then a few years ago, I started to really understand how this is just Dr. Stephen Covey, envision the end before you begin, right? So we've been talking all month about the importance of doing this work and setting out time to work on the business, not just be in your business. And you literally need to make a calendar appointment with yourself, okay, every single week, and probably with your leadership team as well. We've been starting to talk about this concept of the level 10 meeting, where we meet at the same time, the same place every single week, and we have the same agenda. And interestingly, we are seeing some of our clients start to get some really incredible traction in their business, making more money, and doing all of the things they need to do. So it's been an incredible thing when you implement these things that we are sharing with you. This is not just stuff that I'm like, oh, maybe this is a good idea. No, this is the things that are actually happening in people's businesses right now that are doubling, tripling, and quadrupling their income. So if you are excited and you want to learn about how you can make this happen today, go ahead and give me a heart, give me a thumbs up, let me know that you're ready to learn, and we'll go ahead and I'm going to share my screen and jump in to, somebody's giving me giggles in here. I like that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to jump in. So go ahead and give me a little thing while I go ahead and get ready to share my screen. I'm going to pray that technology is on my side today when I go ahead to share the screen, because you know how this can work sometimes, y'all. So, all right, let's go ahead and I'm going to flip over into my desktop and hopefully that is still working. If it's still working, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. I'm just going to give myself a moment to catch up here. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to go into a sample weekly tracking sheet that we do for clients. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick little jump over to here on the Facebook and make sure. Hopefully you guys are good. Tammy, just go ahead, and if you can just send me a quick little text message and let me know that everything is coming out great, I would really appreciate that, because I'm not going to be able to look. Okay, it looks like it's working. Perfect. All right, so let's hop into the weekly tracking sheet. So this is a template that we have created here at Full Pocket Coaching, and we are encouraging all of our clients to work with this. If you guys are interested in getting a custom weekly tracking sheet that you can use, let me know. Send me a message, send me a PM, send me an email, Marni at Full Pocket Coaching. If you're watching this on the replay, just go ahead and let me know. So we've been working a lot with this, and this is the important stuff, guys. Before you start being able to track it every single week, this is the foundation work that you need to do. Okay, so what I want you to first start with doing is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over to here into our little tracking, and I want you to put what your total revenue has been year over year. Now this is just numbers like that I'm just randomly pulling out. Okay, so you would put all of your revenue numbers in here, and then we have a formula that's going to track what your year over year growth rate percentage would be. Okay, now we're going to go over to here, and right now, so okay, an average percentage, I don't like that there's a typo on that, the average percentage of growth per year for a small business, the Small Business Administration says it's about 8%. Our clients are seeing 15 to 45%. You need to see what yours is in your business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the average, okay? So equals, I'm going to open parentheses. I'm going to do the average in this example of the 3 years, and then I'm going to divide it by 3. Okay, you see, guys, this is easy math. Don't need to do trigonometry, right? Okay, so now we can see that on average, we are doing 32% growth per year, okay? So year one, right? Like, so you would be counting what last year was. So last year in this example, up to 2020, we've done 225,000. That's what this number is representing. So our goal to grow into year 2 would be to get to 296,285. This is simply looking at what our average percentage of growth rate is, okay, from here, right? So we're doing 32% per year. And if we continue at the same average, we will get to this number for the next year. And then you can just look and see, if I were to continue to grow at 32%, you guys see where we get to? We end up getting to a $2.7 million company. Hopefully this is making sense to you, okay? So when we're able to look and project out, then we can start bringing it from a 10-year to a 3-year to where our 1-year goals are. Then I'm going to have you break it down further, because this can feel overwhelming, right? So what are your quarterly goals? Okay, if I know in this example that I am looking to get to this 296 number, I need to do $24,690 per month. Okay, this is just literally taking this number and dividing it by 12. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, what is my 90-day goal? 74,000 per month, or excuse me, per 90 days to get me to where I want to go to. Okay, if this is making sense, give me a thumbs up. If it's not, let me know in the comments if you have questions. Okay, we'll definitely come back to it. Now, the next part of this 74,070, you need to figure out, based upon the service lines that you have, how you're going to get to this number, okay? So right now, for example, in this example, my client has 5 different services that they offer. We tracked the numbers when we first did this example through 5/31. Let's pretend like these are the numbers up until today, okay? Just for argument's sake. Now, we are saying that each of these services is doing all of these things. And then what we're going to look at is, what is the percentage of the total? What service is making me the most money? Guys, do you see service 1 at 42%. Where do you think I'm going to put the majority of my energy into when I'm building out funnels, when I'm building out marketing messages, when I'm building out sales messages? I want to put my energy and my attention and my focus into what is making me the most amount of money in the least amount of time, that helps the most amount of people, that I feel passionate about, okay? So then what you're going to do is go, okay, in this example, right, I'm getting to 63,440. So I'm going to say L19. Let's scroll over for 1 second. Okay, that's not making sense. So let's get rid of that number real quick. Okay, so we're at 63,440. We're needing to get to 74,071. So we're doing really good as far as this would be like our goals. Okay, so now let me move over. So in order for me to grow, let's say I wanted to grow from the 63 number to the 95 number, I need to look at what are these different areas that I need to grow in, what percentage, okay? How much is the percentage from where I've been to grow to where I want to be, okay? Then the next thing is, in order for me to figure out how many sessions or services or products that I need to sell, I need to figure out what the average sale is in each of these categories, right? So if I knew my service one or my product one was t-shirts, or it was dental exams, or it was glasses or whatever, and we knew that the average sale was $61.57, okay, well, that means that in order to get to 32,584, I'm going to divide it by 61.57, and I need to have 529 sessions, okay, or things sold to reach that goal. Okay, so then how would we track this every single week? We're going to go into our scorecard, which is on the back end. Okay, so what I've done is, this is service one, service two. We could even put like 1 here. Okay, we could put 2 in here. Okay, and so this, what I did is I simply connected it, right? I hit equals, and then I went into my overview because I've already figured out what number I need to get to. So I'm just going to hit enter, and look at that. Now I have the goal number, okay? So we're looking at how many visits or things we need, and then how much money are we making? And then here's the money. This is the biggest thing. You have to track it every single week. And I'd like you to be tracking it with your leadership team, okay? So you guys have your level 10 meeting every single week, and every single week you are going to review those numbers. And you know what? You are going to have a million aha moments, because most people, what you normally do is, after the quarter, maybe you get your P&L from your CPA, or something happens in the business which makes you go look at the numbers, but you aren't looking at the top level numbers every single week of your business. And again, you guys, what gets measured gets done. If you are not watching your numbers and you don't know them backwards and forwards, I promise you, you are never going to experience the kind of explosive growth that you should be getting in your business. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to achieve this. I believe in you. I know you can make this happen, but you've got to track it every single week, okay? So here's what we've done. So July 1st through July 7th, we had 79 sessions. July 8th, we had 105 sessions. July 15th, we had 94 sessions. So to date, we have 251 sessions that have been completed. And we do this for every single one of these categories, okay? Now, if you're tracking it and you say, oh my goodness, it's July 22nd, we've got approximately 9 days left in the month, we are 278 short of where we need to be. So then now, because you've figured out the numbers, you've figured out strategically where you need to be, now we can think tactically, okay? Strategy and numbers come first. Then we layer in the tactical pieces of this, okay? So next thing we say, oh wow, we need 278. So we can do one of many different things. One is pick up the phone and start calling people, right? Like if they haven't been in your office, if you are a service professional and you have a brick and mortar and you need those people to come back in because they need another visit, or it's you're selling cryotherapy, or you haven't seen a shopper who hasn't been into your boutique in a while, or any number of instances, you guys, you can now leverage and know that, okay, I need to make up the difference in order to get to the goal that I need to get to. Okay, so you can send an email, you can send a text message, you can do a phone call, you can post on social media, you can talk to people when they physically come through your door if you have a brick and mortar. So, but without understanding and tracking this every single week, you cannot be able to pivot and take the action steps that you need without having the information. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to be focused on your numbers, but in order to know your numbers, you're probably going to have to kind of do a little bit of back end work. I want you to know that I'm here to support you in this. And if you have questions about how to do this, if you're interested in me helping you to put together a custom plan and help you build out these worksheets for your business, I'd love to offer that to you with our Power Profit package. Simply go ahead and send me an email, hit me up with a private message or a comment, and I'll be absolutely happy to help you with that. As always, I appreciate your time, and I want you to know that we appreciate you. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I am Marni Blythe. I own Full Pocket Coaching. If you know of anybody that this might be helpful for, please invite them to join us here in our group, Full Pocket Entrepreneurs. We always love to help as many people as possible. So thank you guys again. We will see you. Actually, we're going to have a community replay favorite next week, and then we will be back live with you beginning the first week of August. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will be seeing you real soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.